Thank you all dear devotees for joining today. So we didn't have class last Friday. So we'll not go into 2 weeks further. After 2 weeks, we are meeting over here. That is wonderful to be in the association of devotees. When somebody asks me that what is the greatest joy you have or the happiest moment you have, I would say this Sangha. Because when devotees comes together and they sing the chant, same mood of devotion, there is no other status of or the stages of the jiva or the soul are better than the devotional, the bhakti mode. When you devoted to the Lord, when you execute the bhakti, the devotion, you goes to a different level, isn't it? How many of you experience that? You forget everything. You may have so many thousands of problems you may have, isn't it, in the life? Thousands of problems. When you come in the front of the Lord with the devotees, then you forget everything. You go to another platform that which gives you so much of bliss, happiness, energy. I feel that whenever I go to the even if I don't sleep, but when I go to the temple, then you get a lot of energy. I remember some point of time I used to go for Mangalarati to wake up the Lord. You know that almost 12 o'clock, you sleep here after the Bhakti Vriksha.
Right?
Eh?
You still go.
Yeah, then you get up almost like 2:30. So you can feel that how whether you want to go or not. So difficult to get up to go. But when you go there and then you just everything made sure that the Mangala waking up the Lord, that you don't put any light. So you just go with a small lamp light. Okay, you don't put the switch on the light or anything. So you very slowly you go in. Okay, in our temple, everywhere it is like that. You just don't make any noise because the Lord is still sleeping. So you want to go and wake the Lord up, right? So you just go silently, maybe a small lamp, the lamp light. So you go there and you light that lamp, and then you touch the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, and of course you touch the Guru, and first you wake them up first. And with this, we'll have Guru's picture, and with that, you just go and touch the Lord on the feet. Okay? Then you chant the mantra of that. Uttishta, Uttishta Govinda, Uttishta Parameshwara, Uttishta Kamala Kanda, Trailokyam Mangalam Gurum. You chant that for Lord, okay? Then there are different mantras for each. Gurunithai, different mantras. But for the Lordships, you chant this mantra. As soon as you do this word, you feel the difference. You are so energetic, no lethargy, nothing, no sleep, nothing. So, oh my God, I should do this every day. That's what is the feeling you get, right? You get so energized. So, this is the importance, is the potency of the devotion, that you feel it. It's not just a, some mythological, or people say some sentimental, or, hypothetical, or, nothing like that. It's very powerful, very wonderful.
We should say to our deities in the house.
Yeah. If you have to learn all these things. Yeah, I'll take one day the workshop.
That would be very nice.
Yes, how to do this deity worship. So every day you have to do that. Tishta, you wake up the Guru first, Srila Prabhupada, then goes on in the ascending order. Then also offer the bhoga, then you offer the arati in an ascending order. Sorry, descending order. Okay, then then descending order you do the arati, like that. So it's a very wonderful process. In the Bhagavatam, Supreme Lord Krishna is telling this to Uddhava in the 10th canto, 11th canto, that Krishna is speaking to Uddhava about how to worship the Lord. It's called Bhagavata Vidhi. Then we have other Vidhi like Pancharatrik Vidhi. So that's Narada, they've advised that what is to do. So we follow both. Okay, there is Bhagavata Vidhi as well as Pancharatrik Vidhi. So Bhagavata Vidhi is, we don't have, there is not too much of rules and regulations. Okay, not too much of, because of when you reach to a certain stage, okay, when you reach to a certain stage with your devotion, then you feel that. So like, how many of you mother loves the baby like Krishna? So when baby Krishna is there, you don't put much rules and regulations. You treat like a baby, right? As per your the feeling. So this way, like when you mature in the devotion, you feel that, that how we should treat, what we should worship the Lord. This Bhagavad Vidhi, this is much with higher feelings. Pancharatrik Vidhi, yes, for everybody. Generally in the temple we follow Pancharatrik Vidhi. Everything should be in order. Everything should be proper, paka. No deviations. Everything should be. So that way we should, worship the Supreme Lord. So the devotees. So what I would like to suggest, I've been, going to my, with the Mayapur and the Jagannath Puri, all over the temples, I spent almost like in a single day morning 5 temples in the morning, and then just going through, because of you don't want to miss anything, because of when I was there, this was the case every day temple, morning and night. But this is the only time you go to the India, but you don't want to miss anything, right? You just go, no matter what, you just go and see the lordships, and it's so beautiful. I mean, each temple has lots of wonderful transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Each deity has it, and we can tell volumes of all these wonderful pastimes. So there are so many amazing, wonderful things happens when we get into the devotion. The Lord will reciprocate accordingly. So I'll tell that a little later. What is the experience like we got in Jagannath Puri. So it was a wonderful experience. And this time, yes. So thank you, dear devotees. This is so wonderful. So everybody coming together and being there and worshipping together. There is no better moments in our life better than this.
So all the temple across, we are following the Narad Pancharatra when we are doing a worshipping the Lord. Right?
Yes.
We are following
Yes. Narada Pancharatra. So every temple there are some specific worship, specific way of worship.
specific
Deity worship. There is a temple in very close to our place, which is called the Durvasa Muni actually compiled that worship. Durvasa, Sage Durvasa. And it depends on the form of the Lord. And it is, we can say that a lot, in different classes. So I'm not getting into it, actually, then it will deviate completely. So thank you so much for joining this very, very wonderful satsang, association of devotees. So every day morning we speak a little bit about all these glories of, this wonderful association and the prasadam, Krishna prasadam, and how one worship and who is all pleasing, who also all pleased by the devotions of the devotees, things like that. Okay, so let's welcome all of you. Say Hari Bol 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you so much. So let us go through the Bhagavad Gita. So before that, maybe let's get into the mood of that devotion. Let's Jai Radha Madhav. Let's sing together. Okay. Govinda can play Mridanga. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरवरधारी, जय गिरवरधारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीर वनचारी, यमुना तीर वनचारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरवरधारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर, जय गोवर्धन धारी, जय गोवर्धन धारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरवरधारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी, 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 यशोदानंदन यशोदानन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन भज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhura माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे गौर प्रेमानंदे देव विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभाचकाचार्य स्तोत्रराज श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की देव विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभाचकाचार्य स्तोत्रराज श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की नंद गौड़ी वैष्णव वृंद की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की श्री मधुरा वृंदावन धाम की श्री गंगा मई यमुना मई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की मेरा श्रीमद भागवतम की मेरा श्रीमद भगवद गीता की की इस्कॉन कंडल पार्क न्यू वृंदावन धाम यात्रा की समवेत भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtabhadalesh Loknath Sundram. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtabhadalesh Bhakti Vedanta Sundram. Namaste Saraswata Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desh. So please fold your hands. Jai Hare Krishna. So miss you in the morning chanting.
I was not well.
Oh, you're not feeling well?
I get more migraine yesterday.
Oh, last night. I was wondering. I was about to call you. I just also called you, but I mean, I just wondering. Mataji is okay, and all this. Yeah, it's good. I think it's okay. Please fold your hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tado Jayamudhiraye
Jayamudhiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigim.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigim.
We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse number 29, I believe. So those who are in the back, I think there is some other class going on. Everybody can come here.
26, I think.
They are competing.
That's a Bhagavatam class.
Maybe a mistake.
29, yeah.
29.
Yeah. Chapter 3, verse number 29. This chapter is titled as the Karma Yoga. So everybody should have Bhagavad Gita, chanting bead when you come to Bhakti Vriksha. Everybody should have. Okay. Is it got it? It's got it? Okay. Everybody has it? Okay. Please repeat after me. Prakrtir guna samudha सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तम् अकृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णा भिन्न विचालये प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णान् भिन्न विचालये प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णा भिन्न विचालये प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णा भिन्न विचालये. Would you like to recite? प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णा भिन्न विचालये
प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्णभिन्न विचालयेत्
कृष्णा भिन्न विचालयेत् प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत् प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत् प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत् प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्. Anybody else? प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तन्न कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्. प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्. प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्णविदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्. Okay, so we'll go word by word meaning. Prakriti of material nature. Guna by the modes, sammudaha, befooled by material identification, sajjande, they become engaged, gunakarmasau, material activities, tan, those, akrishna, akrishna vidaha, persons with poor fund of knowledge, mandan, lazy to understand self-realization, krishnavid, one who is in factual knowledge, na, not, vijalayet, should try to agitate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Please repeat after me. Bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them. Although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. Purport. A persons who are unknowledgeable persons who are unknowledgeable falsely identify with the gross material consciousness and are full of material designations. This body is a gift of material nature. One who is too much attached to the bodily consciousness is called manda. Okay, so pretty much everybody is in that category. Or lazy person without understanding of the spirit soul. Ignorant men think of the body as the self. They accept bodily connection with others as kinsmanship. The land in which the body is obtained is their object of worship, and they consider the formalities of religious rituals to be ends in themselves. Social work, nationalism, and altruism are some of the activities for such materially designated persons. Under the spell of such designations, they are always busy in the material field. For them, spiritual realization is a myth, and so they are not interested. Those who are intelligent, enlightened in spiritual life, however, should not try to agitate such materially engrossed persons. Better to prosecute one's own spiritual activities silently. Such bewildered persons may be engaged in such primary moral principles of life as non-violence and similar materially benevolent work. Men who are ignorant cannot appreciate activities in Krishna consciousness, and therefore Lord Krishna advises us not to disturb them and simply waste valuable time. But the devotees of the Lord are more kind than the Lord because they understand the purpose of the Lord. Consequently, they undertake all kinds of risk, even to the point of approaching ignorant men to try to engage them in the acts of Krishna consciousness, which are absolutely necessary for human being. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadadi Supadandigam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Harijana Sahidam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalidam Shri Vishakhanidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gauranki Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarupasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Padidana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Lokanath Swami Tirabhine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tirabhine. Namaste Saraswata Deve Gauruvadi Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshkara. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. So we were going through this chapter, which is titled as Karma Yoga. Anybody remembers what we discussed about Karma Yoga or what is meant by Karma Yoga? It's very important that we understand and absorb. What is Karma Yoga? Fruitive activities, Karma Yoga. And then also another definition of Karma Yoga is that all our activities in relationship with the Supreme Lord. Yoga, Karma, our activities. Yoga means to unite, to connect. So all our activities. So basically, this is a wonderful topic. Hari Hari, can we all come here? Come here. I think that's is kind of. This is not the time for this talk, this Gramya Kada. Okay, please everybody come here. Don't talk. So this is the time to understand and realize and get into the absorption of this transcendental knowledge. This is a transcendental science. So we should not waste our time. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. Why are we coming here? We are coming here in the front of the Lord. Just to talk, and we can talk on the phone or talk other time. So if you're coming here, please be here so that we can understand and realize. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. There is no use of it. Okay, so everybody please be here attentively. Especially when it comes to the spiritual topics, you should be extremely attentive. Then only it goes in. Otherwise, it's just superficial. Okay, that's another thing to learn. When the class is going on, no bell. No bell at all. Okay, even if you do the puja. Okay. So this is a thought process. This is a transcendental plane. So we are entering into the transcendental plane, and anything little bit off, it changes. That's our condition actually. So Srila Prabhupada says that the devotional service is like walking on a razor edge. Walking on a razor edge, the transcendental, the spiritual, process. So how do you feel that when you walk on a razor edge? You bleed, right? Definitely bleed. So if you have mistakes, if you little mistakes, you can bleed. Similarly, should be extremely focused, extremely attentive, extremely serious, extremely determined, right? You have determination to engage in the service of the Lord. Then only we can pass this, our examination. Then only we can cross over this material ocean. Otherwise, we will not be able to cross over this material ocean. It will be always here. So like you are tied up in a pole, right? You are trying to escape from the pole. You cannot just you just go around. That's all. You have a rope, you tie to a pole. You just go around. That's it. So we are with our desire, material desires, our strong, deep intention, desires for this, enjoy this material world in so many ways. This is the way that every moment we try to do that, right? When we, I saw that when Arati was going on, the Gramya Kada was going on in the back. So this is not the time. When the Arati is there, the Lord is present there. We are offering the Arati to the Lord, and then you are talking in the back. And what is the use of it? Then you can talk all the other times. You have 24 hours. But when it's there, then you come here. That's why we blow the conch. Another thing that blow the conch is that it's giving the sign that, okay, now everybody be attentive. Attention please, right? That's another purpose of it. Be here. But nobody cares about it. That means everybody is taking it granted. Devotional service is not like, just take it granted like that. Oh, I'm chanting some rounds so I can do anything I want. I'm still listening. Oh, I go to Bhakti Vriksha. What do you do? I go to Bhakti Vriksha. And all the nonsense I can do. So that doesn't mean anything. So we have to be very serious about this Krishna consciousness bhakti. Then only we can cross over this material ocean. Otherwise, we are just like tied in a pole, right? Just go around. That's it. You go to the temple and you just go there and gossip and talk to the different people. That kada, this kada, that problem, this problem, that person did go there. This is going on, right? Even if no institution, no religious institution is free from this. But religious institution is meant to come and connect with the Supreme Lord. The Lord is right there in the altar. But when the Arti goes on in the temple, there are a group of devotees, they back and they talk all the worldly things. So this person, that person, they don't focus on it. And class goes on. The class goes on, we can see that the backside, there's a wonderful kada story goes on the backside of it. Beautiful kada, everybody is so relishing and enjoying. It's not a place for social. Any temple, Bhakti Vriksha or any satsang is not a place for the socialization. Socialization, there is different other things. Yes, after that you can do that, right? But whenever there is a arati goes on, whenever there is a puja goes on, whenever there is a class goes on, whenever there is a chanting goes on, right? Everybody should focus, because this is the moment at least that everybody together. See, individually when you do it, so difficult, you know that. You know that when you do this individually, you take a japa bead and you go, you don't know where you are going, right? And you go wherever you want to go, right? This goes on like that. But at least when you come to temple, at least come to the Bhakti Vriksha, when devotees comes together, it has a different feeling, it has a different realm, it has different potency. So when you do it together, then what happens? You get purified accordingly. And this is the way that Bhakti Vriksha chanting in the japa sections and temple and all, when the devotees, along with the devotees, is so easy. Then you will feel that, you will get into that. But when you do it alone, it's very difficult. So that's another purpose of that satsang and Bhakti Vriksha, the temple activities and devotional activities and all. Then you come to that certain stage. Then you develop that taste for the Lord. Then you develop the taste for, then you can do it alone. Then you feel that. Then you feel the experience and feel the difference. Then now I can focus at least, because now you are getting into, you are understanding it. Otherwise, you are not understanding. You say, this is all just okay. That Mataji did it, so I will do it. So this Prabhuji did it, I will do it. Oh, this Prabhuji goes to the temple, so I will go to the temple. This Prabhuji goes to this temple, oh, so I will also go to that temple. This Prabhuji, this Mataji does something like yoga. Okay, let me go there. They'll go all the places. All over the places they will go. Still they don't understand. What is all this about? So devotees, we have so wonderful, so powerful, so beautiful process, which was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed to us, and Srila Prabhupada distributed to every town and village, every people. And this is, if you take any other age, Satya Yuga, Krita Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, or any other age, you will not have this kinds of opportunity, this kinds of fortunate, the activities that we have, the fortunate moments we have, you will never have in any other age. Even scriptures reveals that. Even from the other ages, even from the other planetary systems, and all the living entities coming and taking birth in this age of Kali, just because of this process, just to be involved into this process of bhakti. And that's a fact. Because of it's freely available. And you will not have, because think about that, 200 years ago, how many had the copies of Bhagavad Gita? How many houses had copies of Bhagavad Gita? How many homes have copies of Srimad Bhagavatam? How many had even the worshipping the deity in each house? Almost every house is just they light a lamp, that's it. Light a lamp, that's it, all they do. Nothing else. Maybe morning and evening they do, and then they goes away. And they don't have any idea. So then what happens when they hear that some corner of the village, there is a satsang goes on, there is a Bhagavad Gita, everybody goes. Everybody goes to that place. Because of, this is the only time they are able to hear this Bhagavad Gita about Krishna. In olden days in the temple, because we are all kind of grown up in, surrounded by the temples. Temple, they have a festival. The first thing that they do, the festival, that's some kind of drama form of the Lord's pastimes. Even the Odissi dance, right? The dance forms come out, you know that, right? The dance form, the first dance form is in this world. In this world is actually Odissi. So why this Odissi came? Just to please the Lord, just to execute and exhibit different pastimes of the Lord in front of the Lord, just to please, so that everybody understand. So everywhere in the earlier age, it was like that. So anything which is related, that whatever it is related to the Lord, that somehow or other, so people get it. So people goes there. And why? Because of they didn't have any other opportunities. But now think about this, in this time of everybody has the copies of Bhagavad Gita pretty much. When we go to the distribution, if you ask, do you have Bhagavad Gita? Yes, I have 3 copies of Bhagavad Gita. I have different versions of Bhagavad Gita. I have 3 copies of Bhagavad Gita. Everybody has this Srimad Bhagavatam says, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Upanishads, Puranas. This was not the case. So everybody has, even in their home, and even pretty much every devotee has the deities there in their home. And every house is a temple, pretty much in the devotee in this age of, this is called golden age. Suvarna Yugam. Okay, this is the Suvarna Yugam of all the age. Satya Yuga, Krita Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. In the Kali Yuga, this is called Suvarna Yuga, the golden age. And this is the age that everybody can be connected to the Lord in some way or other. And you are cooking for the Lord, you are offering to the Lord, and you are having the remnants of the Lord. I was giving this wonderful example of the Markandeya Muni. How many of you heard this Markandeya? How Markandeya Muni become Markandeya? Markandeya Muni was just a ordinary regular boy born of a Brahmana. This Brahmana was worshipping in a temple, and he was hating all the Vaishnavas. Whoever worships Lord Vishnu, he was hating this Brahma. He was worshipping in some other, the Shakti Tattva, and he hates those who worship the Lord Vishnu. But somehow one day he went to the places for a wedding and all, and he was coming back. It was a long journey. Those days you have to walk, right? No airplanes, right? So you have to walk. So you're walking, and he was become very hungry. So this Brahmana, he was worshipping in another temple, and he's so hungry, and he saw that on the roadside there is a dried prasadam which was offered to the Lord Vishnu. He took it. It was dried, it was also covered with little dust and all, but he saw that this is a prasadam. So he brought it and gave it to the in his family, and especially this Brahman boy. And then they had sumptuously like that, the prasadam which was. Then after a while, what happened? Then they were going for another program. They had to go through a jungle, had to go to the forest, it's deep jungle, and in that jungle there were ferocious animals and all. This father was so fearful. They are afraid of this animals. And the father told to the boy that, okay, let us don't go further. This is a jungle, and this is a very ferocious animals are there. We'll be in danger. So let's stay here somewhere here, and then we'll go. This boy didn't agree. Boy said, you are so much of afraid of, why are you so much of afraid of it? If anything would happen, the Lord is controlling everything. Lord is a proprietor of everything, and anything would happen that according to the Lord's wish and everything. Even if you stay back, whatever bound to happen, that will happen. And why are you against the Lord? Why are you goes against the will of the Lord? Why are you putting yourself like this? So this boy was teaching the father. And then this father somehow agreed. And then they said, okay, let us take this is the time, it's the noon time. So let us take a bath in this river, Chandrabhaga river. And then they took the bath. And then the boy started to worship the Lord. Deep meditation. And he went into the forest. We collected the flowers and the fruits. And he made a form of the Lord like that. And this was also Lord said in the Uddhava, that in the Bhagavad Gita. You make a form with clay or metal or with different paint or something. You worship. I would accept it. So that's why, with paint or any form of the Lord, if you worship, Lord is there. So this boy started to worship the Lord. And with the deep meditation and deep devotion. And with this deep devotion, the Lord heard this. The Narayana Rishi, that Narayana Rishi is none other than the Supreme Lord. Narayana Rishi is the Supreme Lord, in incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Narayana Rishi appeared before this boy. And Narayana Rishi was so pleased. So Narayana Rishi still lives, okay? In Badarik Ashram, Narayana Rishi is still there. So anybody who worships the Lord, the Narayana Rishi always here, Narayana Rishi is right there, and Narayana Rishi also will appear before that devotee. And this is what is, when you are engaged in the loving devotion, when you engage, when you progress a little bit further, then what happens? All the mercy comes to you. All the mercy comes to you. It's not that, that's why if you progress further, then it becomes little easy for the devotion. That's why everybody is taking it a little granted. So that means, oh, Lord is in my hand, right? Lord is, as if that Lord is like, So when you progress a little bit devotees and you take it everything granted, you say that, okay, oh Lord, who are you, right? So that kind of approach. Because of why? Because of you get all these different, the mercies of the various devotees and the Lord Himself And that's a verdict of the scriptures, that Lord will be coming to that devotee no matter what. Lord will be a servant of that devotee. And aham bhakta paradinada. I am dependent on the devotees. So this is the condition of the Lord even. So then Narayana Rishi came before this boy. His name was Subhadra, this boy. And then Narayana Rishi was so pleased. Narayana Rishi insisting this boy that, please ask me a boon. You have to ask me a boon. I would give anything you ask. I would give anything you ask. Narayana Rishi was saying like this, I would give you anything you ask. Then this boy saw that Narayana Rishi has a kavaja on his neck. It was very sacred for Narayana Rishi. It was very precious for Narayana Rishi. But this boy Subhadra asked, can I get this kavaja? And this Narayana kavaja, right? Narsimha kavaja we have, like that Narayana kavaja. Sorry, Narayana kavaja. There is a kavaja around this Narayana Rishi. So Subhadra asked this. So then Narayana Rishi even, bewildered. I didn't expect that, the boy would ask this. So he was little astonished. At the same time, he would agree, promise that I would give anything you ask. So hesitatingly, he gave. At the same time, because of that, it's also so the deep intention of the devotion and to execute the devotion. And at the same time, little bewilderment, Narayana Rishi, blessed this boy like this. You will live next to lifetime. You will take birth in the father of the Markandeya, in the family of Markandeya. Markandeya was that time is a great yogi, great devotee of the Lord. You will take a birth there in the family of Markandeya, and you will live 7 kalpas and worship the Lord. And Markandeya is the only sage who lives that longer, even apart from Brahma. 7 kalpas, Markandeya Rishi, he sees everything. Markandeya Muni sees everything. So then Narayana Rishi blessed this Subhadra, the boy, like this. And then said that you will attain all the opulences. You will live like a king in this world. You will live like a king in this world. And you will have all the opulences. And you will have everything. And then after that, you will attain the position of the great sage then you will become known as Markandeya. So this is the history of Markandeya Muni and how he became. So just by how that little boy became the Markandeya Muni, what was the root cause? What it was directed? The Krishna Prasadam, which is offered to the Lord. So what I was saying, so we are offering, we are cooking that the Lord, every day. And think about that we were reading this Narada Pancharatra every day morning. So it's mentioned that, then think about that one who has this devotion and full of knowledge in this transcendental science, and think about their position, their condition. The devotees, this is the supreme, this is the supermost of that one can attain. This is the one can attain this perfection. Nobody else can get this. Attain this the perfection of the human form of life. That the devotion which we can execute to the Lord. If we are able to perform the devotion to the Lord, that is the perfection of our human form of life. Every day. If you cook and you offer to the Lord, you worship the Lord, you develop the love for the Lord, you hear, you chant, you're always in the 24/7. You have that Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada put this. International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Krishna consciousness is ultimate. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught this. Krishna consciousness is the ultimate of nothing else. So we should have that. We should have that consciousness, that Krishna consciousness. So let's come to our verses. So this verse says that, bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in the material activities and become attached. So this is the difference. This is the difference. Those who are fool and ignorant. So in the 7th chapter, Krishna says that, Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrudaha mudobhi na abhijanadi yogomam Nagam prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrudaha mudobhina abhijanadi lokomam ajam avyayam. Nagam prakasha sarvasya. I do not manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. I do not manifest. Krishna says that. I do not manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. I covered by my internal potency so that they do not know me that I am the unborn, I am the ever existing, I am the Lord of all this world. Krishna is saying this. I do not manifest to the unintelligent and foolish. So think about that. If somebody says there is no Lord, he is the number one fool. Think about it. You can see that. He is the number one fool. Number one unintelligent person. Those who are not, because this is most intelligent process. Devotion is a most intelligent process. What are the other intelligent processes? I would say more intelligent. There is an intelligent process. There is more intelligent process. And there is a most intelligent process. Okay? Can you understand, or can you say something that what is intelligent process? What is more intelligent process? And what is the most intelligent process? Anybody? Yes, most intelligent is the Bhaktyamam Abhijanadi. That means by devotion, Bhaktyamam Abhijanadi, by devotion service only that one can attain that Supreme Lord Krishna as the form, that complete form of that Krishna. The Bhakti, or devotee or Bhakta only can realize this and can see it. So that's the most, the most intelligent process is that one who execute the loving devotional services. So what is this bhakti? What is this loving devotion then? Again, when you ask somebody, what is loving devotion? So many times we understand, okay, we cook for the Lord, it's a devotion. Here this is a devotion. And then, you do something for the Lord. It's all devotion. But what is exactly this bhakti is?
Utilize all senses in Krishna consciousness.
Yes, all senses. But we do, or, we hear this, we say that, okay, utilize all senses. But when we engage something in the Lord, when we do something in the Lord, are we really engaging our senses?
Treating him like a person.
Yeah. So what we do actually, we cook. We do so many other things. We talk and we, phone, and we think about so many things. We don't even realize that I'm cooking for the Lord. We think that I'm cooking for myself, or this is just the sake of purpose. Many homes, people cook for the Lord, actually not cooking for the Lord. Isn't it true? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? The first thing when you get up in the morning, you think that, okay, what I'm going to cook for today for me. So, okay, now somebody said, okay, Srila Prabhupada said, don't eat, anything without offering to the Lord. So just because of that, devotee said, or Srila Prabhupada said, Guru said that, okay, don't eat anything which is not offered to the Lord. Okay, now I have to offer to the Lord. And your eyes are on the bhoga. So when this is going to get it out? When I am going to get it? Many times this is the case. We are not cooking for the Lord. Somebody said, okay, you hear every day you will get something, you will get, Krishna will be pleased, you will get this one, you will get Tesla car, you will get this, beautiful house, you will get a good wife, you will get a good husband. Okay, hear it. Most of the time people say, chant the holy name, right? You know that I seen this one actually. When somebody lost the job, okay? Somebody's lost the job. Immediately they take up the holy, the chanting beat. They started to chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Please give me a job. Please give me a job. So I have this one, I lost this one. I lost my job. Okay, please give me a job. So this is the time they are chanting attentively and sincerely that, okay, of course, Krishna would give it. But the intention is different. Right? When you do something, you are putting yourself first. Okay? You are self-centric, not Krishna-centric. You are selfish. In anything that which we do, we are selfish. Okay, what I can get it out of it. Okay, when you do some service, so suppose for example, you are making some garlands, okay, for the Lord. You think that, okay, when I make this beautiful garland, my name will be there, okay. So this garland, and I made it, so I will get the name, so I will, this is our attitude. In any case, right, that when we do, this is our attitude, and this is not devotion. It's not bhakti. So when you do bhakti, when you do the devotion, you should be there with the love and devotion. Krishna said that, right? Even if you offer a flower, and that Lord will accept it. Patram pushpam bhalam doyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Right? Yome bhaktya prayachati, with love and devotion, whatever you do. And whatever you do, et karoshi yadasnasi yas jigosi yas tavasyasi kaudeya tat kurusha madarpanam. Arpanam, they have to offer to me whatever you do, with love and devotion. Otherwise, it's just self-centric, just for your name's sake. Just somebody said something, okay, let me do this one so that I get, and you say that I am also offering something, but you are not actually offering. Krishna is not taking anyway. With the love and with the, if there is no love and devotion, Krishna won't even take anything. Krishna won't even look at it. Krishna won't accept it. It is said there in the scriptures. Suppose you are offending a devotee. Suppose you are offending a devotee, and you are offending, and then you keep offending a devotee, and then you go and offer the Lord. Lord will not even look at it. Lord will not even take it, because you are offending a devotee, offending a Vaishnava. Now, how Lord will accept it? Because of Lord is pure. Lord is looking for pure. Lord is pure, completely pure, absolutely pure, and Lord is also looking for that. That's why it's very important that when you worship the Lord, we should be completely with the Lord. That's why we take that shower. Why we are taking the shower? So that our consciousness become pure. Before you enter into the altar, you chant the Gayatri, those who are second initiated, or the Brahmanas. Or you are chanting, at least you chant some rounds, you meditate on the Lord, so that your mind, intelligence, and ego, and words, body, everything in aligned. So now you enter into the altar, you enter in the, you are going to offer the bhoga. Then what happens? Your mind or consciousness is with the Lord. Then when your consciousness and the mind and the words are very with the Lord, then you really see that, then you feel it that I'm going to offer the bhoga to the Lord, or I'm going to do the arati to the Lord. So when you do that one, when you offer an arati to the Lord, what happens? Your thoughts are somewhere else. You're thinking something else, you're doing this one and doing that one, I'm thinking about that, how will I cook, what I will go, what time I will live, and how is my, all these thoughts comes in, all the worldly things come to the mind. There is no connection at all with the Lord. There is no connection at all when we do the devotional service. This is called mechanical chanting. Just for an example, initially we see that devotees comes to the temple, they're so enthusiastic. They even say that we chant 16 rounds, we say I will chant 25 rounds. They will say that, but then after 2 months they won't even see nearby in the temple. They will not see it because of they cannot take it. Because of initially there is so much enthusiasm, so much. Okay, I'll do this, everything I'll do. I'll get up 4:30, even I get up 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Then that's it for a week. Then we will not even see after that. So should not be like that. We should understand this. What is this all about? We should understand this science, this transcendental science. Why we are doing this? What is the purpose of doing this? And what is the process of doing this? So these three aspects you have to always understand. Why we are doing, what we are doing, and what is the process of doing this. It's very important. It's not that, just simply Lord is, they're very hungry, okay. Or okay, if you don't give me the food, I would die. Lord is not like, he's Atmaram. What is Atmaram? He's self-sufficient, he's self-satisfied. He's Aptakam. His name is, he's Atmaram. He's Aptakam, he's self-satisfied. He's self-sufficient, he does not need anything. He's complete, he's Purna. But Lord is there so that some way or other we have this consciousness purified and developed so that we go and surrender to the Lord and offer everything to the Lord. Otherwise, Lord doesn't need anything from us. Why we are Lord coming to our home? Lord is Jagannath Ji is there, the Radha Madhav Ji is there, Gauranitai is there, all the deities are there. They are coming here not just for because of somebody gave me something. No, Lord is coming. Don't think that way. So there is a difference between pure devotee and the Kanishta Adhikari. You know that the difference between Kanishta Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari? Kanishta Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari? Kanishta Adhikari, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's on the general level of it. But when you look at this in a devotional platform, so Kanishta Adhikari thinks that I am the only one devotee, everybody else is not a devotee. I am the supermost devotee. This is like somebody comes to the the first in the Krishna consciousness, so enthusiastic, they will do everything, but after 2 months they won't be even there. They'll go away, they can't do it. So like that, the Kanishta Adhikari, they think that I am the only one devotee, everybody else is not a devotee. So he sees that everybody is, like below me. Okay, then he started to, initially we say Das was me, right? I am your Das. Amardas. But after 2 months, I am saying, I am boss of me. I'm your boss. You do this. You do this. Prabhu, you take this. Prabhu, you do this. You go here. You go here. So this is our attitude, right? So just after 2 months, I am the boss. Now I can say, I can command. So this is the Kanishta Adhikari. He says that I am the only one devotee. Everybody else is not a devotee at all. But on the Uttama Adhikari platform, what he thinks? What he thinks? I am not a devotee. Everybody else is a devotee. This is the Uttama. This is a pure devotional platform. This is where we have to reach. Everybody else is a devotee and I am nothing in this world. I am completely surrendered to the Lord and I need to perform that devotion to the Lord in such a 100% purity. 100%. Krishna is looking for that. You know that the story of the fruit vendor. Have you seen? How many of you heard this fruit vendor? The fruit vendor came to Krishna, the little baby. So what is the story? Right? The fruit vendor came with full baskets of the fruit. Full baskets of the fruit vendor came to Krishna and this fruit vendor was going around Krishna because of the fruit vendor. He was an old lady and heard about Krishna's pastimes and the beauty and wonderful form. This old lady wanted to see Krishna. She was going around. Fruits and see somebody needs fruits, take the fruits, buy fruits. And she was just, this is her means of livelihood. Okay, so he thought that this is Nanda Baba's house. So if I go there and if I sell my fruits, I will get some good thing. So just going around. So that Krishna heard this. So Krishna heard when that fruit, the old lady was calling out these fruits. Krishna ran from the inner chambers to the outside of the road. It was on the front gate of the Nanda Bhavan. So Krishna was looking at this fruit basket. Wow, there is beautiful fruits. There is mangoes, there is banana, there is kela, there is grapes, chikus, right? All these varieties of fruits in the full of baskets. So look at it, and this old lady asked, "You want fruit?" So yes, I need fruit. So what do you have? In order to exchange, right? You have to exchange something, right? So the old lady is living big, you sell and you get some grains, you get some clothes, you get something. In this called barter system. Those days is a barter. So you exchange something. It was not the coin or the rupees or anything. You exchange something. So you have what you have. So Krishna ran inside. Krishna knew that something I have to give. So Krishna went inside, and then inside there is a baskets of the grains, rice grains. Krishna just grabbed a little bit, and that little light, little how much a baby has it. Keshav San. Yeah, Keshav San's baby, like little, right? So Krishna was holding this grain like this in this palm, in this folded, like this, folded. And by the time Krishna was holding this, and by the time Krishna reached to the old lady, pretty much everything is gone from the hand. Maybe hardly few grains left in the palm. Hardly few grains. Krishna says, so see, this is what, now you have to give me. So now there is no way, right? I'm going to give, I'm giving you something. So you have to give me. So this old lady then started to give, okay, now this grains. So Krishna was looking again. Krishna was holding this one, holding here, everything else Krishna was holding like this all the way. Krishna was looking again inside the basket. Anything left? Everything is emptied. The basket is completely emptied. So this Acharya says that Krishna is like this. Krishna is like this. Krishna is looking in our heart. Krishna is looking at us. So whatever we give, Krishna is not satisfied. We have to give 100%. We have to give 100% to Krishna. Our body, mind, our words, everything to, give it to Krishna. This is what is the purpose of our life. And this is what is Krishna is coming to us. Krishna is coming to our home in the form of a deity. Krishna is coming. Krishna is giving this, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, everything. Krishna is giving this chanting of the holy name. When you chant the holy name, you have to surrender to Krishna. You have to completely surrender to Krishna. So this is where that called the yoga. Right? Not like, you go to the, what is that, yoga teacher and just do the Surya Namaskar. This one is called yoga. And what is called? Vajrasanam, right? Makarasanam, Savasanam, yes. After that, and Savasanam. And for, you do 10 minutes yoga and 1 hour Savasanam. And this is alright. This is called yoga in nowadays. Yes, relax. Right? This is what we do. Nothing else. So, but that is not devotion. That's not bhakti. The bhakti is that when we are in union with in every endeavor of that what we do, to please, that's what is Krishna sees us. There was a devotee in Juhu. This devotee was blind, completely blind. And this devotee comes to the temple every day morning, every afternoon, and every evening. And he was working in a nearby, places, so he could come every day. He was blind; he couldn't see anything. But this devotee comes to the temple, Radha Rasabihari, to see, to feel it. So he was keep coming every day. He comes without fail. And one devotee was there and asking this devotee, "You cannot see. Why are you coming here every day and taking all this trouble?" Eh? So this devotee said, "Okay, I don't see Krishna, but when I come here, Krishna sees me." So this is devotion. This is called devotion. When you do something, we have to see that Krishna would see me. When you do something, Krishna would notice me. When I do something, Krishna would take care of me. Right? See, when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, one time Radhananda Maharaj went to the South India tour. So there were almost 4,000, 5,000 devotees. They all went into the Sri Rangam. So in the morning, that they all went to the temple, and the Lord is there, Niti is there, and everybody was, coming, and Maharaj was there in the front, and they didn't even think about it. Everybody is rushing. Everybody is rushing each other and pulling each other, pushing each other. And Radha Maharaj seeing this one, and Radha Maharaj got so upset and told to the people that you came here in this dham to go to hell. So why are you doing this? Because of you are not actually, giving anything good to the Lord, and you are pushing another devotees, you are pulling another devotees, you are offending another devotees. And what kind of devotion? Lord will never see that. If you do that, when you are offending a devotee, you are doing something wrong to the other devotee, and Lord will never see that. You go to hell, right? Because of offenses, it's like a mad elephant, it's called, right? It is Hati, that, Majagada, that's called a very, what is called intoxicated, elephant. How is an intoxicated elephant? You do everything. This kind of offense to a Vaishnava, offense to a devotee. And there are many aparadas like that. There are Dham aparadas. There is Vaishnava aparadas. There is Nama aparadas. Right? So all these are there. So it's very important that we always careful in the devotional path. The first and the foremost, so when you make an offense, so what happens? The next thing is that our mind is completely goes away from Lord. Next time, the moment we offend, the next time what happens in our heart? The devotion becomes empty. It will become shunya. And then we start to talk about and think about all these material things. So what happens? The Maya's influence will come more and more in our heart. Then there will be little space, maybe like 1% of space for the devotion. That's it. But we were in a point where like 50, 60, 70% our consciousness is completely with the Lord. But when there is an offense, aparada, Vaishnava aparada, what happens? That will, the Lord, the devotion, the spiritual potency will go away. The Maya's potency will come in. Now we start to think that there is no Lord. Even we start to think. One point of time we are so wonderful with the Lord, so connected with the Lord. But now we are thinking that no, there is no Lord. So this is what is happening when we are offending. So offenses to be always avoided. We should be very careful when you worship the Lord. That's why Lord is coming to our life. Think about it. So wonderful, isn't it? When you hear Bhagavad Gita, when you chant the holy name, when you have the opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, when you have the association of the devotees. This is not that just ordinarily, just accidentally happening like this. This is completely a mercy of the Lord. Completely a mercy of the Lord. But we minimize it, we undermine it, we don't have any value for it. We completely take it granted. Is it that Lord is, where is Lord is in my pocket? It's as if like that. Oh, Lord is there, Srila Prabhupada says that one time. Everybody thinks that when we call out the Lord will come in front of us like what happened, like a Vikramaditya and Vedala, right? You know the story of Vikramaditya and Vedala? So the moment it says that, right, Vedala would be ready. Okay, what can I do for you? So this is our attitude. So Lord will be there and to take all our laundry list and fulfill all those things. And then we say that then I am okay. Then Lord, I will. Then you are there. Your Lord is there. When it's not happening, we say that no, there is no Lord. This is our attitude, right? We should change that. Completely change that. Lord is there to love, to execute devotion, loving and devotion to the Lordships. Nothing else. And this is the way that Lord notices us in every endeavor of us. When you worship the Lord, we should be 100% there. Should look at the Lord. Okay? You can see the beautiful form of the Lord. You look at the Lord when you offer the arati. You are offering, you are the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead. He has complete form. This is the most intelligent process. Okay? This is the most intelligent process when you connect your consciousness to the Lord, when you look at the Lord, when you offer the arati to the Lord, you can see the Lord. Otherwise, you are not seeing the Lord. Srila Prabhupada asked this question. Can you look at this picture? This Radha Shyamsundar picture. When you look at this picture, what do you see? Srila Prabhupada asked the same question. What do you see? What do you see? Okay. What is Krishna doing? What is Krishna? That's it? That's all? No. If you don't see Krishna and Srila Prabhupada said this one. When you look at, then Krishna was extending his hand, left hands, and holding the Radharani's, the veil, the dupatta, and is holding it. And then when you look at that, when you look at Krishna, when Krishna was holding the Radharani's, that veil, and if you see that word, Krishna, Srila said, you are seeing Krishna. Otherwise, you are not seeing Krishna. Is seeing that? It is there in the picture over here. Maybe another picture. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is a different one. Yeah. So there is another picture. You see that Krishna is holding the veil of Radharani. Krishna is with the left hand holding it, and with the left hand seeing it. So like that, when you see Krishna, you should see Krishna, because of when your consciousness, your mind, your intelligence, everything focus on, then only you see it. So we go to Guruvayur temple. So okay, I'll come to that. Okay, what is the time? Okay. Yeah, we want to hear. Yes. So this Guruvayur is a very famous temple. It's a beautiful temple. The Lord Himself manifested there. Okay, and it's a Swayambhu. Nobody created any deity, any this. It's all manifested itself. Like Lord has manifested Himself in that form, right? So still there is no like what is called all the electric bulbs or lights or anything like that. It's not there. So they put like nice like that lamps, the big lamps like that. They light and is so there are 2 rows of like big lamps there, and the deities are there. The beautifully decorated like deities are there. Many people go and come back. No, have you darshan? Have you had darshan? No, I couldn't see the Lord. I couldn't see the Lord. But many people say, yeah, I had a beautiful darshan. Had a beautiful darshan. So when you go there, you put your mind, your consciousness, your focus, everything that for that moment, you try to see the Lord, then only you can have the darshan of the Lord. Otherwise, you will not have the darshan of the Lord. It's the same case everywhere. It's the same case everywhere. When you go to temple, when you worship the Lord, your mind, your consciousness, your intelligence is not there. Aligned with that, the darshan of the Lord, you are not seeing the Lord. You're just seeing, just the structure of it. You're not really seeing. But when you focus, when your consciousness is there, your mind is there, right? You're focused to see the Lord, then what happens? You see that the face and the lotus face of the Lord and the smiling face of the Lord. When Srila Prabhupada comes to the temple, from far from the place, even Srila Prabhupada comes at the entrance of the temple. Okay, the deities may be altar, maybe 50 yards maybe away. Srila Prabhupada says that there is a dust in the eyes of the Krishna. Can you remove it? You didn't properly worship the Lord. You didn't properly trust the Lord. Srila Prabhupada would say that there is a dust remains there in the eyes of Krishna. So this is called focus. This is called attentiveness. You would see it. Dear devotees, this is where we have to reach. This is where we have to come to ourselves. That attentiveness. The moment you see Krishna, you will see Krishna. The moment you come in front of the Lord, you will see Krishna, because that your consciousness is completely like that. That's why our Acharya says that before chanting, before doing any devotion, don't get into the altar. Because our mind is completely with this Maya. Okay? All the time, completely with Maya. You are not with Krishna. You are with Maya. You are with going to that consciousness, with Maya consciousness in front of the Lord. You don't see anything. You don't feel anything. You don't experience anything. You have to have our body, mind, and consciousness must be purified before you enter. That's why the first thing when you get up in the morning, you put tilak in 12 places on the body. And you chant the holy name, you chant the mantras, so it purifies. Right? Our consciousness gets purifies. And then you enter and you see the Lord. You can see the Lord. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful process. So all this process takes to that level. And this was one, actually, I have this realization when I went to the temple, Guruvayur temple. You could see that. I was seeing the Lord is just jumping out of it in the early morning. It's so beautiful. Just like it's like Balagopal form. In the temple there, it's in a Balagopal form and Krishna's form in the early morning Mangalarati. Okay, then it changes the alangar, different alangar, during the course of time it changes. But when you go there, everybody can see different forms of Krishna. When you have that, that attentiveness, that focus, and that consciousness, that's why, early in the morning, people are dying there to see Krishna.
It was not rush.
It's so rush. You will not have even a single point there, that you can breathe. You just go, there is a big queue. You just go there, and when it comes to the entrance, it's like a big entrance, and everybody is together. So you have to really have the mercy to pass through the door. Okay, really have to have that pass through that door. Then you pass and you go in front of the Lord. Early morning, Mangalarati. It is 2:30 in the morning. At 3 o'clock it opens. 3:20 you will have darshan, and you go there. It's beautiful. That's Guruvayur, and it's amazing. There are loads of wonderful, right? Then I was going there, and next to the temple there is a ISKCON Guruvayur. It's a beautiful deities there, ISKCON Guruvayur, and everybody can go and stay there. And there are some wonderful devotees there. And then I met a few devotees, and I was they asked me to give the class, and I started the class. Immediately, the Amarendra Prabhu's parents just came and sat in front of me. It was so embarrassing. So then, somehow I completed, and then we had a wonderful discussion and all those things. And then, they were also there to, in the Guruvayur temple, and we were talking all these things. Then we went to Jagannath Puri, and after that. So Jagannath Puri was amazing again. So we went there, we reached there around 11, and then we decided to go for darshan in the night, because of Jagannath Puri doesn't, it's not like other temple. It all depends on what Krishna wanted. What time Krishna wanted to sleep, that's the time only that they would put Lord sleep. Okay.
But how would they know that?
There is an astrologist. There are tons of astrologists. Every day they go and they find what is the schedule for Krishna. It's not like we pre-planned, okay, like this. So there are devotees. So Jagannath Puri it's Albhuda, it's a different place. So they are devotees. They look at the chart, what Krishna wanted today. What time I should offer the bhoga, what to be offered, and what time Krishna wanted to wake up, and the Lord wanted to, and then accordingly everything plans every day that they have. It's not that you just go as per. So there are astrologists, there are jyotishis, and they sit there. They find that is their only job is this one. They are such a devotees. They don't even go to their home. Yeah, they were so dedicated. They're brahmachari kind of. They are staying there in the temple itself. They don't do anything else. They just completely dedicate. So we went there, and then we had a beautiful darshan. And then as soon as we entered there was one, the pujari, the panda. Then he saw us. They hold us, come in the front, and we saw the Lord. And there is a beautiful that, how Lord is going to the sleep, like Nidra Devi. They virtually bring the Nidra Devi to the Lord. Okay. There is a Nidra Devi, deity of Nidra Devi. They worship, they bring to the Lord. then they bring the Lord out, okay, and then show to everyone. And Lord is in the Jagannath Puri, Lord is very merciful. There is also a Jagannath called Padida Pavan. This is outside. So if anybody is not able to go inside, they can also have the darshan of the Lord outside, from the outside itself. We went there and then we had a beautiful darshan, and they pulled us inside. They were grabbing our hand, come in, just pulling us. And we went inside and we could even touch the Lordships, it's so wonderful. Jagannath Puri is amazing. When you go there, then only you feel that the difference, it's a different. Everybody is there in Jagannath Puri. Everybody is there. Lord Narasimha Devi is there. Lakshmi is there. Parvati Devi is there. All the Devi Devadas are there. And it's amazing. And you couldn't even believe that, it's in the midst of this ocean, this platform raised up. And there are so many wonders are actually also happens there. And it's an amazing place. And the Lord is right there. And in the inside and the sanctum. And you could see the Lordships in a so beautiful way. And then we had a beautiful darshan of the Lord over there. And then the pandas, the pujaris were just getting the milk, the yogurt, and the different. I got it. Okay, can you get that bag here? Have that bag. This bag. Yeah. So I brought a lot of prasadam from here, and this pujari gave me this flag which was on the. See this one? This is the flag which was tied on the Jonas here. This on the. So this is a flag. So if everybody can just maybe touch or tie up or something like that, that's good. This is the flag. Then I also got Jagannath Prasadam for all of you from there. And this is the cloth. So this is the rice which is offered to Jagannath. This panda was so merciful. He just take it from the Lord and gave it to me. Okay, you take it. So then I brought it, so that everybody can take, a little bit, their home and keep it. And this is the cloth, the part of the cloth which was tied to Jagannath, and then they gave it to me. And then, then this was the some threads, which tied to the Lord, and then the Jagannath Prasadam and all, everybody can take a little bit, So we have that one. And then there is another. That's all. That's okay. Okay, that's for you. That's Bibi Govinda Maharaj gave me that. This one, that day Bibi Govinda Maharaj came, I completely forgot about it. And Bibi Govinda Maharaj, this Akshardham temple gave it to Bibi Govinda Maharaj. He said, "This is so big, He said, Maharaj, what to do with it?" Maharaj said, give it to Sham. So this for you. So like that. So it's all mercy. It's a complete mercy. And so like that. There are some of this one. So then we got the Narasimha oil from Mayapur. When we went to Mayapur, and then so like this. There is few of the stuff. So I was just keeping it for our devotees. So this is amazing. This is so wonderful. So one should experience this. One should experience and go to yatra. Just feel with be with the devotees, and especially in Mayapur, the temple, the TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. It's amazing temple. It's called Albhuda Mandir. Even you feel miles away that you see that the beautiful big temple. This was Srila Prabhupada wanted. This was Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur was dreaming, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur one day he was in the morning. He was in the terrace in Calcutta. Bhakti Vinod Thakur was staying in a building, and the terrace. Bhakti Vinod Thakur was seen this. This called Albhuda Mandir. Seen this temple is in Mayapur. Yes, it's there. So it's there, and that's coming up. So beautiful temple. And then I would also suggest that everybody should be participate into that temple also, because of this is our life and soul. This temple, because of this our headquarters. Like when you go to Mecca, when you go to Jerusalem, how do you see it? It's a different, right? Entirely different. Similarly, for ISKCON devotees, this is Mayapur is our Mecca. Mayapur is our Jerusalem. Mayapur is our, the soul place of everybody. And this was the dream of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. This was the dream of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This was the dream of Srila Prabhupada. All over the world come to this place and together, worship together. That's what is happening. When we enter in the Mangalarati time, we cannot even enter into it. So crowded. 32,000 people come every day in Mayapur temple. 32,000 people, devotees. And it's so wonderful. So wonderful. They come and we don't have any devotion at all when you look at them. Even though they are not devotees. Even though they are not devotees. But as soon as they come, they have such a love for the Lord. They literally dance and sing in front of the Lord. They don't look at anything else. This is what it is. Very big and wonderful. And I brought Panchatattva and I brought Radha Madhav, the picture over there, from there, and you can see it. And that I put it on the wall, Radha Madhav, and yeah. So it's all there. So it's so amazing, so wonderful. So dear devotees, this is wonderful. So maybe if you are all good, maybe we can all go together. Maybe one time, this yatra, See, wonderful. See, everybody is so excited. So nice. Supposed to say that? Wow. And I brought some even. Everybody can even have this one. This was the chandan which was offered to the lordships in all body. So everybody can maybe take a little bit. This is a full chandan which was, this was a chandan which is completely on the board. It's called Murukap, and then that chandan the pujari gave it to me and gave it to us. This is a chandan that everybody can take a little. This is nearby our temple. It's a Krishna's temple. It's Lord's. It's beautiful form. You put chandan on the Lord's body. Okay, then you take it out, and then I was keeping this one. So like this. So so many goodies. Yes. This is called the Guruvayur. This is called Abhishek. This is called Guruvayur. This is called Kalaba Abhishek. Right. So you can put it also as well. Everybody's a little bit. You can have it. Then I bought something else too. Yeah, that's it, I think. Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah, so you can take little, so that, okay. So let's conclude. So what is all about means, dear devotees, we should always endeavor for that 100%. Okay, Krishna is looking at you from 100%, not less than that. Okay, always remember that when you chant, when you worship, when you go to altar, when you cook, when you hear, attentive, right? This is the purpose of this, the way that we can be with Krishna. Otherwise, just, right? Sramahi eva kevalam. What does that mean? Sramahi eva kevalam. What is that? Just endeavor. That's it. It does not create any results. Okay? So thank you so much. Let's conclude today's session. Let's pray together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhu bhyevaja Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So anything else? Anybody would like to add some comments or any questions or anything?
You were saying probably that you share some experience. That was the one which you were sharing about.
Yeah, that we give in the next class. That's another class. Every place there was little realization and experience. Especially in Guruvayur, especially in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri, basically, what realization that what we have, we should never enter into the Dham Aparadh. There's always a Dham Aparadh. Dham Aparadh means when you go to Dham, don't think that this is an ordinary place. Okay? And you create a lot of Aparadh when you go into a Dham. Similarly, when you Vaishnava, you deal with Vaishnava, you make a lot of offenses in so many ways. You take it granted everything, You don't even have a respect for the devotees. They should not have. Everybody should have. That's a wonderful quality. That Vaishnava quality means that humility is the first and the key and the foremost of everything. Okay? So, thank you so much. So, it must permit you. Then we'll go to the next program. Next program. What is the next program? Ramanavami. Next program is Prasadam. That's it. Mahaprasadam. Okay, so we have a birthday